It's level, well, almost level. Buenos dias, D-Rock here. I hope you all are well. So what we're looking at here is the Seat Concepts low seat for the DR650. I've done a couple videos on this seat already. Now what I've done is I contacted a local guy and I had him shave off the passenger hump on the low seat. So this was a low section, then there was a big bump here where the passenger part of the seat was. And the problem that I was having, and I knew this when I bought the seat, I knew I'd encounter this, is that, and here's an example on the old 411 Himalayan. You're stuck right here. You can't move around the seat. I like to move around the seat, scoot back, things like that, and I couldn't. So I was stuck right here, and I didn't like that. I like the other aspects of the low seat. I didn't like that aspect. So I thought, well, maybe I can shave it down, get it done by someone that has a little more skill than I do, and we'll see how this goes. So I got the seat back a week ago. I've just been so busy with school and work that I haven't had a chance to really just ride the bike and see how it works out. So that's what I'm going to do today. I've got some time, and we're going to see how this works. Now that passenger hump is gone, I can move around on the seat. It's lower now, so this is going to make a difference when I'm off-road. The seat is more narrow, so I can stand on the bike now without being impeded. So this may just work. The excess material, external material, he actually folded in and sewed after he cut the foam. So this is like triple stitched through here. I mean, it's not really pretty, but I told him, I was like, listen, as long as it functions, I just don't care really how it looks. So it doesn't look that bad, and I don't really care. I just wanted that passenger bump gone. Now I can move freely in the seat as I ride, and I have the the function of a lower seat, which gets me flat-footed on the DR650 at a stop, and has the narrow part of the seat so I can stand. So this may be a win-win. Now I'm not expecting cruiser level comfort with this. Still. Back here, we still got just over 10 inches of width, so that's okay. I've still got some foam in the seat back here, so it's probably not going to be as comfortable as, say, my Procycle seat. However, I've got the added benefits of the more narrow, like I mentioned, front part here that's not going to impede me standing. So this may work out. So we're going to go do maybe, I don't know, 100 miles, and we're going to see how it feels. So join me for the ride. It's early. Let's go. Okay, we got the odometer to 0. Hopefully we want to get at least 100 miles today to really get an idea of the seat. That's going to be on-road and off-road, so no time like the present. Let's get out of here. So immediately I am exceedingly more comfortable sitting on the seat. Where I want to be on the motorcycle is like exactly where the passenger hump began, and I found that very uncomfortable prior to the customization of the seat. Now, since that hump is gone, I'm in a better riding position, just the way I ride. I don't ride all scooched up on the tank, man, and that's where the low spot right here, that's where it was keeping me, and it was no bueno, let me just say that. I feel just a little more stretched out and not as cramped now. So, and I still have the width of the seat. Over 10 inches, I think it's 10 1/4 inches. So I've got some space for my caboose.
this is going to work. It's still angled up a little bit, but that's just because of the bike, the way the bike sits on the suspension. It's kind of angled down like that, so I'm leaning down into the handlebars. Not bad anymore. It was a little more pronounced with the Procycle seat. Now it's I'm almost perfect. Now I do have inch risers on the handlebars. I replaced the handlebars on this bike, so I'm good. So the problem was, like, if I do a 300, 400, 500 mile day on the bike, angled down like that on the Pro seat, my back would really just start killing, man. And this way I'm gonna have a little less pressure on that. So if I want to do big days with this seat, then I should have a little more comfort, I'm presuming. Anyway, just off the bat here, this is a lot better than the previous version of the seat. So altogether, I spent some coin on this little enterprise here with the seat. Right about now, I'm out about $600. It was initially $400, maybe a little more than $400 because I had it expedited shipping overnight or 2-day or some shit. And then for the customization of the seat, the guy charged me $185. That may seem like a lot, but he lived about an hour north of me, and his business was partly mobile, so he picked up the seat and then brought it back to me. So I mean, you know, that's pretty cool. And then I don't have the time to sit here and when I was talking about the passenger hump on one of the first videos of this seat, I got a funny comment. The guy was, just take your wife's turkey carver and cut the foam off and then stitch it back in. I mean, you're not wrong. He wasn't wrong. I don't have time for that. So I had to pay for someone else's services, and I'm glad I did. You know, it was just someone else could deal with it. That was cool. So yeah, it's expensive. This has been an expensive setup here on the DR650, this new seat. Like I said, $600 out the door. That's out of my own pocket, so I'm not shilling for anything. And I hope that this turns out to do what I was intending it to do. Just made it to the dirt, so I'm gonna ride this for a ways. I'm gonna actually lower my windshield. So let's see, the first 35 miles on the asphalt was pretty good. Yeah, this is going to work. It's actually more comfortable than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. So that's good, man. That's really good. 35 miles really isn't that much, but at this point I think I'd get a good idea of what I may be dealing with here for a longer trip. So I mean, anyway you do it, a 500-mile day on any seat on a motorcycle, or this type of motorcycle, you know, not like a big old Goldwing, is going to get uncomfortable. There's just no way around that. That's just something you'll have to deal with. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm not expecting cruiser level comfort out of the seat. Ultimately, I wanted something for on-off-road riding, more narrow, not impeding my standing. But this is working out. It's wide enough to where it's not uncomfortable to ride on road for an extended amount. I've only done 35 miles so far, but this is going to be well over 100 miles today, so we'll get a better understanding. But so far, so good. Like night and day with the Procycle seat and this seat when it comes to standing while riding off-road. As I mentioned in the other video about the seat off-road, this is almost stock seat area where I'm not getting impeded at all by standing. This is so much better. so much better. And now that the passenger hump is shaved off, this is just excellent. This is good. This is working out far better than what I expected, to be honest with you. So we'll see how I feel after the next 70 miles or so, but at this point I'm ecstatic. There we go, cow in the road. There's one right about to step in the road on the right there. Look at this guy. There we go. Yep. You do not want to broadside one of these animals on a motorcycle. You chill. Right, back on the asphalt. Head over to the next town, Enterprise. I think that's where I'll get a beverage before I get back on the dirt. So I got a good stretch of asphalt here. Nice morning, I'll tell you what. Oh, so good. It's so awesome not to just be miserably hot, I gotta tell you. All right. All right, had to stop for some refreshments. All right, I got another 50 miles to kick out. Now I'm gonna head on down the highway here, cut through town, and then I'm gonna get back on the dirt. I'll have I think 40 miles on the dirt. So yeah, this will end up being well over 100 miles. That's a good little loop, man. Good little loop to warm up on this new customized seat of mine. I'm heading back to get on the dirt. At this point, I'm at 74 miles. Once I get on the dirt, I've got 40 miles on the dirt before I get back on the asphalt again. So yeah, this is going to be well over 100-mile loop. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Here we go, baby. All right, and we're back on the dirt. Man, the wind is picked up. It is howling out here. What is going on? I think we're supposed to get some weather today, so maybe that's about to happen. Wow, this is... sorry to keep repeating myself, but being able to stand comfortably without being impeded is so important in controlling your bike off-road. It is incredible, and it's so nice to be able to go back to that on my DR650. For the longest time, I couldn't. My legs were being pushed out, and I couldn't comfortably stand. Now I can almost grasp the bike with my legs again. This is just such a big difference, man. I am so stoked. Oh yeah, so sorry for the repetition, but it's worth repeating because it's such a big deal, really. All right, 40 miles due south on the dirt. Cows, cows, cows. Everywhere you go, there's cows. Ooh, spooked you. Road's gotten a little choppy out here. I think recent storms have done a little damage. A little choppier than usual. That's all right though. Oh, I got turkeys in the road. Yeah. Heck, these guys, bump them out. Oh, there you go. That's so cool. Great ride today. Where am I at? 90 miles at this point? Yeah, about 100, 110 miles when I get home. That'll work. It's a good way to spend the morning. And that's it, man. There's the asphalt. What a great ride. What a great ride indeed. Alright, well, I've got maybe 10 miles left. Dude, that dude is hauling. Whew. So I'll wrap this up. I'm extremely impressed with the way this seat is functioning for me now. Initially, on the first couple rides that I did videos on, I was happy, kind of happy I should say. The seat performed what I was hoping it would, with the narrowness and me being able to stand without problems on the dirt. That worked out. However, I now had a seat that kept me in one position that was like squunched up near the gas tank. It was very cramped. It was lower, so I was squished up. Felt like I was on my XT250. However, I could flat foot the bike now. That's without lowering the bike itself because of that cutout. Okay, so I had 2 wins on that. Now, after I've had the seat customized, the rest of that passenger bump shaved off, I still have the width and some foam on the seat. That's comfortable enough. That'll do me just fine. So now I've got everything that I need. I can stand on the bike, I can flat foot the bike, I've got the width for long rides on the asphalt. Comfort-wise, yeah, totally stoked. This is going to work out great. So, this may be a viable option for you on your DR650. Just get the low seat from Seat Concepts and shave off that passenger hump. It's going to cost a little bit of money, but this is going to be worth it, man. Absolutely worth it. I'll be totally. I think I can ride this for a 500-mile day. Man, I am stoked. Just stoked. So there you have it, folks. 100 miles of awesome on the ride today. Just fantastic. Half off-road, half on-road. Perfect day on the DR650. All right, sorry the content is intermittent right now. I've still got the school thing I'm dealing with, but I got lots more content on the way. So please stay tuned and thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, folks. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It's free content, man. Enjoy that. We'll see you next time. D-Rock out. Adios.